$2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me, ball and jump. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Chris too. Does the same time with me, it's game time, but with you, yeah, it's lame time.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block 319.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. They find some open field here. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. Down to the 25. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jordan Watkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To throw is Ward. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. McNeil. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Browns at 12-3 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Olave, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ward. Touchdown, Browns! Colston Loveland, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. 14, Steelers 7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, with a juke. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On the give, it's Harvey. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Steelers first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Steelers.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
They're still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Up the middle, Johnson. Good footwork at the 30. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powering them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
To throw is Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Here now a 3rd down and 8. And now an audible here into something else. Now Ward. Olave holds it in. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going. But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here's Ward. He's got this complete to Burden. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Luther Burden, 62 yards. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Steelers take over first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing now is Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. He completes it to Olave. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Okay, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Here we go. Top low, 8. Trap 60, Eagle. 60. Ready?
Throwing now, Ward. Big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now 3rd down and very long.
19.
Throwing is Ward. That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Going for it, here's Ward. He will have the conversion and more than that. And finally taken down at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Ward. Touchdown! Colston Loveland as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
35. Steelers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moore. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf. 42 yards. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Steelers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Taken down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Moore. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Luther Burden, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sack. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
19 Lions.
From the gun, here's Ward.
And it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Buffalo 18.
To throw is Ward.
Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pass caught by Burden.
20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Luther Burden.
49 yards. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, now Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Second and 10.
Toss left. It's Collins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Steelers first down.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And now the rookie's free. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Rodgers now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run on 1st down. McNeil. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 149 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
Up the middle they go. McNeil. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Drop 60.
1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Across midfield. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
70, hot 70. 19 Lions. Ready?
Ward. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger.